please release me from this prison that I built. It's got 4 walls, some bars, and a toilet. Well, I used to be the warden, and now I'm just a number. They beat me senseless every night and day. I can't transfer my food, I'm all alone and destitute. I pray death will soon come my way. When I was a warden, I was even worse. Tar feather prisoners for fun. I threw snakes in their cells, and I laughed at their yells. Made their lives a living hell on this earth. Please, please release me from this prison that I built. It's got 4 walls, some bars, and a toilet. Oh, I know that I deserve exactly what I got. No one but myself left to blame. How can I almost see that they would mutiny? Now I'm paying the price for playing the devil's game. Please, please release me from this prison that I built. It's got 4 walls, some bars, and a toilet. Gotta keep on the right side. Gotta keep on the right side. I spend my paycheck on my booze. That's okay now, I got nothing. Keep on the right side. Gotta keep on the right side.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the bright side.
Yo, 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 what's happening? How's your doo-doo? I'm getting sick.
There we go. Let's get it going right here and now. We got plenty of fucking bullshit to talk about.
Oh, man.
We got plenty of fucking horseshit to talk about.
Absolutely.
The only thing we don't have to talk about is maybe some cat shit or some dog shit. But I think we got plenty of the other types of shit from other animals to fucking roll around in and stink it up in here. What's happening, Nasty Norm, Eleanor the Whore, Ernie Permer, Analingus Dingus, McManwich,
What's going on?
C Bagby, Easy Sailor, Moonbeams, Wax Melts, Krispy Kreme, Trioxin, Blaze Big Blunts. We've got them all in here right now.
Moonbeams, wax melts. Did you say? Oh, Dex.
Dex is up in here. We've got who the fuck else? That's it just for now. But we're gonna keep them going. What do I have to say? What
What's wrong with you? We like to
I feel
start
like we
with
like to start with what's wrong with each other, and it's always like I feel like it's not enough comparatively. But
but it's good to strive
it's
towards.
good. It's good to work towards something. Soon maybe. I'm sure I'll be in the throes of misery with all of you again very soon. But what's going on in my life? Well, it's Monday. I'm stressed out. I started. It was one of those Sundays where you start to get stressed out on Sunday.
Yeah.
I had a dream last night that I was chilling in my apartment with Barack Obama and
That's great.
And then some because then a police. I was like, what's going on out there in the window? And we both look out, and the cop just walks up to some poor bastard and shoots him in his fucking head.
Thank God Barack Obama was
No,
there.
man, because I was like, we're both freaking. Oh, yeah, because what's he going to do? We were both freaking out about
Let's
it.
send the Secret Service after his ass.
Woke up feeling sick. He had no one. It was
I
just
can't
me
believe
and him.
Barack Obama's defenseless in your
my
dreams.
idiot dream. Yeah, because it's my stupid dream. So I woke up feeling horrible and still in like even more stressed out than I was feeling when I went to bed last night. I had a hard time getting to fucking bed. And I just have a lot of shit going on after this, though. I'm going to go take care of it. I'm going to not start my second stream with Carly that happens later today until 4 o'clock so that I can give myself a little extra time. So anyways, but that's like my bullshit, dumb,
Yeah.
like whatever. The brighter side of that is I'm going to get it done. It's just work. I'm maybe a little stressed out about money too right now. I think I need to tighten the belt.
Lord knows.
I need to fucking tighten up. I think that also means I need to,
I spent easily $1,000 on this trip.
oh my God, dude. And that's the thing with y'all in town. Like I'm not spending that kind of money, but with y'all in town, I end up spending more money. And to be quite frank and honest with you, Ed, I've got to fucking chill on the drinking because I'm spending, it's like
too much money.
It's a twofold thing. It's like, it's a waste of fucking money and it's not helping my life.
And your day gets started later.
My day gets started later. It's harder to wake up. It's like, I just have
And you don't appreciate it as much if you do it every day.
Exactly. So anyways, like that's my thing. I think that's kind of my sort of me putting my fucking soul, my whole body on the fucking slab for you to pick apart and look at me and judge me. But that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm going
You're
through
an
right
angry
now.
drunk.
I'm an angry, well, all right. I think that I'm working on it, okay? I'm not that angry, actually. This is the thing. This is actually what makes it even worse.
You're just upset.
If I have a night of, like, heavy drinking, i.e. if I'm hanging out with fucking Jackie or some shit, I wake up and Lexi's like, you said the sweetest things. Everything you said to me was a picture of love, and our marriage together is going to be beautiful. It's like,
say it like that.
Well,
I say it more like I'm making fun of you.
Lexi's in the background, but Lexi, the mics can't pick you up, and this is going to be used as a podcast. So if you are going to talk, please come up to the mic. I beg of you. I beg of you.
She said that, but for the record, she did say that she was making fun of Holden, not saying, that he's actually nice.
Yeah, exactly. Izzy Sailor's got it right. Holden is an angry sober.
Oh,
it's very
yeah,
true.
Man.
So anyways, let's get it started off with the first one that I see on the list of these quickly scrolling comments. And by the way, this is the Brighter Side Live. If you're just joining chat for the first time here on Twitch,
come talk to us about your bullshit.
Tell us your bullshit. We'll try to find the brighter side. And Ed, I'm sorry, before we even get going with chat, what you haven't even voiced your shit.
Oh, yeah.
She's a man, baby. Thank you for the $10, McManwich. Go on, Ed.
Right. No, I was saying, this morning was awful. I got this great Airbnb with Jackie in the middle of Williamsburg on the same block as our wonderful bar, Lady J's. And jackhammer, 8:30 in the morning, right outside my window. So fucking mad. So awful.
Remember when it was happening here?
Yes.
It was, dude, for months it was going on.
I don't even understand what they did.
What's funny is I thought this was going to happen we did this like a week ago, right? And
Yeah.
the last time we did it, I sat down at this desk, and for the first time in months, I heard like crazy saws and hammers and stuff. I was like, how does this keep happening every time Ed comes over?
It's a son of a bitch, man. But I'll tell you what, you get a jackhammer, you can go. It's a great way to ruin someone's morning. So if you have time to make the investment, you'll want to put out some bad juju. Go for that. Go for the jackhammer in the morning.
There you go. There you go.
Just positive advice for you.
And you already did mention that you're sort of feeling sickly.
I have a chest thing going on. I don't know what's happening. Lexi drugged me up. I think Kissel gave it to me.
Yeah, Kissel's got some bullshit fucking flu. He doesn't give a fuck who he's hanging
He's
out
so
with.
big. He's got like 10 different flus at once at all times.
He's
just
like-
fucking finding their
He's
way
like
to
the
his
entire
heart.
continent of Africa right
Oh
now.
my
He's
God.
just like everything.
Don't say that about Africa.
What? Easy Sailor says, Ed and Holden, longtime listener, first-time caller. I'm thinking about quitting my job. I don't
Easy
think
Sailor.
that's true.
No, we've seen Easy Sailor before.
I'm thinking about quitting my job and moving. We don't have much money, but this could be a good opportunity for us. Any advice on making the move easier? And I
Where
hear
do you
us
live?
in there, so there's more than one person involved.
Yeah, where do you live and where do you want to move to? I think is a good way to go about. A nice way to know.
There you go.
Yeah, but I would say, if you're feeling the need to go, man, get your fucking ass out of there.
And any advice on making the move easier? You've been moving quite a bit lately, Ed. I feel like you would have some good advice.
I mean, I'd make a little more money and hire someone to help.
There you
That's
go.
that is like, I spent for it this time. I spent $3,000 to have someone come and pack up my bullshit, and woohoo. It was intense to sign a check that large, but at the same time, man, did they just pack up all my shit.
Yeah.
The guy was really weird, though. It was like this old Polish dude, and he I was going through all my kitchen stuff, and he wrapped up a can of tuna fish and shit. Like he went a little too far.
But that is expensive. That is quite an expensive situation.
I would say for you, I don't know where you want to move to and how far you want to move, but I would just start moving, and then if you wanted to, I don't know how good your car is, but man, become an Uber driver and just Uber your way across the fucking country.
There you go.
Make that money doing that. Hang out in each town a little bit, and then just keep moving on.
Make that money. Make that money.
That would be a good way to do it. My buddy, I had a friend who wanted to travel America and the world, and he worked at Fridays, so he just like became a Fridays waiter all over at different places. And they have like a program where they helped him like go from town to town, and he crashed on people's couches and got some cheap places to stay with other people who worked at the Fridays. And it was a good way for him to see the country.
That's beautiful. I've always
Psycho Tony.
Psycho Tony, that's
Yeah,
great.
Psycho
Psycho Tony. I remember him. He was the one who used to eat his own fucking dookies, and he put it in cereal.
Yeah,
right?
he shouldn't have worked as a waiter.
Yeah, absolutely not. The brighter side of being stuck on the dark side of the moon.
I mean, well,
Asks Dex.
I mean, it's tough because, you know, the band you're in just starts playing different tunes, and then you don't know what to go.
And if you're talking about that Transformers movie, I don't know how to help you because that thing is Shoeshine City.
You get to see if your flashlight works, you know?
Advice on a cat dying of cancer. She's 11 years old and is on steroids to keep her around a while longer. Mainly worried
Get her lifted.
Mainly worried about my other cat going into a depression after she's gone. Does that happen to pets?
Yes, they do get
He's
sad.
He's her litter mate. Ooh, that's rough. And they've been together
sounds
their
dirty.
whole lives. Yeah, I once had a litter mate. I'll tell you what. She's not allowed in 4 states. Well, yeah, what do you do with that? I mean, you know, it's kind of sad for me to say, but I've never really had, besides a certain frog, I've never really had like a deep, in either way.
Well, you had the dog growing up.
Regardless of the frog, that was not growing up. That was like at the end of my high school life, and it was a dog that did not like me, that only liked my dad. It was the worst dog. Now they have 2 really fun, great dogs.
What was the name of it?
Ariel.
Which
is a horrible, yeah, it was awful. And for some, I don't hate me for not liking a dog, but this dog sucked. And I don't know how to describe it to you, but the dog slept in the closet all day, only liked my dad, was like a snooty little snooty dog. It wasn't like mean or anything. It was just a snoot, a rich little snoot dog. Rip Goblin, Anglingus Dingus, remembers my frog's fucking name, dude.
Yeah, man.
And I did cry.
Goblin.
I did cry, though, when that frog died. So that's like how...
What happened? It tried to walk across the cage and it died?
No, it just couldn't. Yeah, exactly. Well, it didn't move a lot, but I just couldn't get the temperature right, I don't think. I just couldn't get it, like, wet enough and hot enough, I feel like,
It's a
on the
Pac-Man
regs.
frog. They're very fragile.
They're difficult to control. And one of these days, if I ever become the rich idiot that I want to become, I'm hoping to have some sort of little, like, well kept up frog sanctuary that, like, I can just hire some fucking frog fanatic to take care of.
Do we ever find out where Easy Sailor's moving to?
No. Well, we're gonna get there though.
Well,
we're
probably.
way
There we
back.
go. Middle of nowhere, Michigan. The middle of nowhere, Indiana. I moved a bunch of my life. No big deal. But I have a wife and a kid. More worried about them than me. I mean, you know, just make sure you move to somewhere that's got a decent school for that kid.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, go ahead, move a little bit. Especially if you're just going to, I mean, Michigan to Indiana. I don't know what's going on in Indiana where you want to move there for, but you know, if you're gonna make a move, like make a move. You know, go to Chicago or some shit.
Anglingus Dingus says, I would talk to your vet about how to help your other cat cope with the sick cat when the sick cat passes. That's a good call. They might have some advice for you.
Yeah.
And the brighter side is, you know, there are people to talk to, and every day is a fucking miracle.
Easy Sailor, go to Detroit. Go get a fucking cheap ass house in Detroit. It'll be great. It's coming up. You can go live in an arts district. You never know what can happen. This can be a great new opportunity for you and your family.
Truth Booth, who I feel like was having turmoil in previous episodes, has a success story. So let's share that really quick. Just double confirm that I got the internship. I'm going to be a personal assistant to the director and get to screen movies and decide if they make it into the film festival with actual critics. This is my dream job. Everyone can follow their dreams. That's
Fuck
amazing.
yeah, Truth Booth.
Cubics Rube has a problem, though. Hey, guys, my dad is currently in the hospital. He's in surgery getting his lungs fixed. They keep filling up with liquid. Yikes. He should make it through, but it's still scary because I never had the best relationship with him. Brighter side.
I'm going through the same thing right now.
You are going through the same thing. Commiserate, please.
Yeah, my dad, he just went to Stanford to try to get a kidney transplant.
Jesus, I didn't even know about all that.
Yeah, and they wouldn't give it to him because his body's too fragile.
I'm sorry
So
to
he
laugh.
has to go on dialysis for the rest of his life, and apparently that's not good. That's
What
like a
is-
matter of time kind of thing.
What is dialysis exactly?
They just shoot a bunch of shit up into your your goos, man, and it's no good. I don't know what dialysis is exactly. But
You just tried to explain what dialysis is, not knowing at all what it is.
I said shoot shit up into your goos. So I don't know how hard I tried to fucking...
Please never pretend to be a doctor as in some sort of heist or something, because it's just not going to work, Ed. It's just not going to happen. You can pretend to be the janitor or the fucking cook in the cafeteria. Just don't ever try to be the doctor. Hey, guys, my dad is currently in the hospital. He's in... Oh, already fucking read that.
One.
And
but
I'm an asshole.
I mean, but I've been talking to him a lot more. We had a bad relationship, but we're on the phone a lot now, and he's like gonna come back around the family soon, which is really cool. And I'm doing a trip out to Lake Tahoe. He lives in Reno. Jeff's doing a show in Tahoe with Dave Attell, and so I'm gonna go out there, invite my dad and his family. I think Julie might bring her family.
Nice. Do a kind of a whole.
Just like, here's my dad. He's probably not gonna be around too much longer. Just meet him real quick.
Nice.
Type of deal.
NYU says, I feel like shit this morning. Can't take any medicine because of heart condition. Flu season is coming. Brace yourselves. And I know that Ed is immediately starting to feel this sort of sickliness.
Yes.
I'm getting worried. I guess at the same time, I feel like I could probably power through no matter what and do the basic things that I do sickly.
Vitamin C it up, man. Just load yourself on vitamin C. I don't know if that was fuck up with your heart, but... that's a good way to like stay on top of it.
I'm just gonna believe in myself because that's the only way I get through these things. The mental over the, you know what? It's true.
I don't have time to be sick.
I hate the jinxing of myself that I'm about to do right now, but I do have some kind of bizarrely strong immune system, and a lot of times I can power through even if I start to feel symptoms.
Bye, Lexi.
Bye, Lexi. Have a great
Lexi's
day.
leaving. She's having a wonderful day.
She is having a wonderful day. She's not.
Love you too. I miss you too.
Brighter side of having separation anxiety and going very far away.
I got another flu one.
Sure,
Can I do a flu one? You get to watch all kinds of TV.
Yeah, so you get to catch up on whatever shows or
you're
video
all
games.
fucking crazy in your brain, so you really enjoy it in a different way.
You really get to sink in. I'll tell you what, I have been loving. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I've been loving The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
It's great.
It's
I watched the whole thing.
Really?
It's
We're 2
unbelievable.
episodes out. We watched 2 last night.
It's so good. It keeps
Can't get
getting
enough
better.
of
It keeps getting better.
Fucking loving that goddamn
Lenny
show.
Bruce is in it a bunch.
Yeah, he's great.
Dude,
the guy who plays him is. I mean, obviously, Lenny Bruce is dead as fuck. Fucking,
That's not the real.
Shot once in each eyeball.
Was that what happened
by
to him?
gangsters? Yeah, and then ripped apart by wild dogs. And why do you think I'm fucking saying anything real? Why would you ever think I'm saying?
It was liquor.
So anyways, oh, she's man, baby, Sex McBear, thank you for the sub. Brighter side of having separation anxiety and going very far away from college. I always love the sub and donation alerts, by the way, for your podcast because they're just like, what the fuck is happening right then? Also, McManwich, I saw your message for the donation, and yes, thank you so much for the rain check on playing Escape from Tarkov. We'll play soon. Brighter side of having separation anxiety and going very far away from college. You know, I can kind of take this one myself because I went very far away from college. My only thing that I have to say, though, is C. Bagby. I was screaming with glee to be getting away from where I've been and move on to something else. I mean, when it's time, it's time. I get it. I think the best thing you can do, though, is... almost like a breakup, like really try not to be like constantly calling home and constantly, really immerse yourself in your new environment.
Don't do what I'm doing in LA, which is coming back to New York all the fucking time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's brutal. It really hurts you emotionally.
Absolutely brutal. Everyone's having fun, being fun here, but everyone's only having fun when you guys come into town. Then we go back into our hobbit holes.
That's great. Good. That's exactly what I want to hear.
But, having separation anxiety, I think the main thing you want to do is really try to immerse yourself, really try to get out there and meet new people. I know it's difficult and that's so easy to say, so much harder to do, but get in extracurriculars, man or lady, extracurriculars. Meet people by doing common interest things. What are your interests, C. Bagby?
Get a job in a kitchen.
C. Bagby, tell us, and don't get a job. Why would you? Oh, well, yeah.
That's what I did.
Honestly, dude, to be honest.
That's what I did. I met a lot of great friends.
A kitchen or a record store, whatever your
you get a job at a record store, fucking do that.
Yeah, if you have interests, like go seek those out in like an easy,
and then if
fun
you really
want
to work at a record store and they tell you to go fuck, you just keep coming back. That's fine.
There you go. Holy crap, who's the super hot woman in the background? That would be my fiance Lexi. Back off, Mango Tornado. Second of all, Lexi. Let's see. The brighter side of being addicted to the food to the point that I refuse not to eat this delicious Southern comfort chicken sandwich, even though I have a sore throat.
You got to get in that Southern chicken, man. That chicken's so good.
You know, and thank you, Vance Blessing, for saying Holden, your hair looks adorable today. Also, though, I'm going to have to go ahead and say, you know, it's kind of like what I'm dealing with this cooling it on the boozing, you know? It's like, I try to get into the psychology of the whole situation, you know? It's like we all need... You know, I always said this back in middle school when I was kind of more depressed or whatever and like having a hard time just sort of with the day-to-day. But I was like, in my head, I always told myself, you always need something to look forward to. And sadly enough, what I had to look forward to was me hanging out with my friends in the computer lab after school and getting to play on those computers with the early days of internet and download pictures of Green Day and Carmen Electra.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Remember whitehouse.com?
I remember we found a website that had Primus music videos that we could download, and it was like the best. And we were like
really
obsessed with like getting like a hot download of Tommy the Cat. Either way, though, I would say that it isn't. It's like the psychology. We always have to feel like we're giving ourselves treats, you know, and it's all just kind of a cover up of like
Be good to yourself.
the endless abyss that is sort of living your life in a way, you know. And it's like the treats are just like a minor distraction from what you have to accept, which is that, you know, we live day to day and we have to find inner peace within ourselves. I think I'm going to start meditating, to be honest with you. Maybe replace some of that drinking with meditation and doing things that are going to better yourself. Try to maybe find treats out of things that will actually improve your life is what I think I'm trying to say. But let's check in on that with me next time we meet, Ed, because I'd hope to be like, hey, I've been meditating. I have started exercising and started running again.
Nice.
And that feels great.
I go on long walks.
Yeah, which is great.
I walk to and from work, which is 3 miles, and up a mountain.
And I know you and Henry both enjoy doing that as a way to sort of decompress and.
Oh, that's a form of meditation for me.
Yeah, for sure. And running definitely has meditative properties.
You know what? Yeah, and you don't like meditating. You know, you don't have to look at it as this big complicated thing.
No, it's not complicated at all.
Someone taught me this recently. You know, they made me realize that I was actually meditating, and I had no idea I was. You know, like, because a lot of times I'll just go sit at home in the dark and stare at a wall and clear my head for like an hour, and then I fucking feel like a new person. I didn't know I was meditating.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, the key to meditation is sitting in a comfortable position and just focusing on your breath. At any time your mind starts to wander, try to catch that, and don't get frustrated. Don't get annoyed at that. Just accept that your mind wandered away and bring yourself back to the breath. And for you, it's almost easier than anyone else because I can't not concentrate on your breath when you're around me. You are the loudest breather I've ever met in my entire life, and I think that that's great. No, but that's easy for you. It's a good way to concentrate on breathing.
Very sensitive about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's it's weird.
It's funny. It's only in very quiet moments do I notice it. Actually.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like it's fine. Well, you got your.
I'll hear it on podcasts sometimes, and I get so embarrassed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, if it makes you feel any better, Jake, we did like a bonus episode with Jake for Wizard and the Bruiser, and he hit us up the next day when it got released. He was just like, oh my god, I can hear myself breathing into the mic. I'm horrible. I'm terrible. Let's never remember this episode. This is the worst thing that ever happened to me. So
a lot of times, I don't know if you notice, like at Roundtable and stuff, when I know I'm not talking, I sit back like this.
Right, just to not hear your breathing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, I don't, by the way, I never hear your breathing
that's
when we
also
do shows.
Fucking, revealing a lot there.
Well, there you go. This is a show about that, right? Kind of. You're very upset right now.
I don't like it.
Well, I have to say this at least. I honestly...
I got my mouthpiece, though.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I was going to bring it out. I don't know if you wanted to talk about it or not.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. We're already into it. I got this new mouthpiece. It cost me $40. It's got a hole in the middle of it, and it helps me not snore at night.
That's great. I kind of need one of those myself, bud.
But the thing is, it's like keeps my lips kind of open.
Which dries your mouth out.
It dries my lips, like the front of my lips. And so I got to keep... drinking water all night, and that keeps me peeing all night like a goddamn Indian.
Do you want a different solution that we just picked up for ourselves because of these fucking dry ass radiators?
What?
Get a humidifier, bud.
We'll see. I think
Get a humidifier. I think it's easy. Yeah, they're get a nice humidifier on Amazon or whatever. They'll mail it out. It's great. I've been using it myself. You know how dry it gets in these New York apartments during the winter, and we couldn't handle it anymore, so we got it one. It's changed everything. Dude, my not to be too TMI, but my Lexi and I's snot went from bloody to healthy overnight.
That's wonderful, man.
With the fucking humidifier, because honestly, it's disgusting.
These heaters in these New York apartments will murder you.
I had a nosebleed for a week, partly due to it.
Oh man, I remember when you almost.
That?
Oh god, that was a disaster.
Let's talk about gross. You're worried about your breathing. My nose bled out of my face.
That was
chronically for a week.
Keep you alive machine.
Jesus. Hey guys, me and my girlfriend of 3 years split up a couple weeks ago, says Krispy Kreme. She says she just wants a break for some time. I don't know how long some time is, and I don't know if her intentions are to get back together. I'm ready to fix things and just feel lost. That's a tough one, because I almost feel like if I were you, I wouldn't sit there and fucking wait. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of move forward. You can't just let this person take your life hostage, which I feel like that's what that feels like.
And it's not even, you don't have to jump into a relationship or start like trying to meet another woman. I think a good way, or a man, whoever, whatever you're dating. And, I think a good thing to do is just like take this time to yourself and just do some fun shit. Go to the movies by yourself, things like that. It's like it's the same advice I always give for this type of shit. And it's just like, just be good to yourself, because that's, this is your time to do that.
Yeah,
because if you guys do get back together, it's all, because relationships involve sacrifice.
Yeah.
And if you've got some free time, let go of some of that sacrifice for a little while and enjoy yourself.
I mean, the sad truth of it is she's probably not going to want you back unless you get to the point where you don't even need her anymore.
Yeah, and you're in a good fucking mood.
So unfortunately, the only thing you can really do is try to let it go and act like you're not going to get back together with her, and do for you, and really take this as an opportunity to better yourself.
But always be nice.
At this moment that you don't have to, focus on another person at all. Not having to focus on another person really allows you to put all the focus on yourself. So take this as that opportunity. But yes, as Ed said, it's not like a fuck you, I'm going to do for me. It's not like that. Just don't even do anything. Try not to have a lot of communication, because again, it kind of feels like it's a move that I don't really like. I don't think that's very fair of someone to do to another person.
Well, sometimes you just need to break, though.
Yeah, I get. How do you know a lot of people who took a break and then got back and it was good?
You know what I do? It's not like whenever. A lot of times, like we'll get in a fight or something. Luckily for me, this is like something that's lucky for me that I'm sure a lot of people here don't have, and I don't think you have either. Is I get to just leave town for a little while, and then we start missing each other again.
Right.
So it's like I get that break. But when you spend 24 hours a day with somebody for all the time, like you're gonna get at each other's throat.
Yeah.
You're gonna you're like, oh, I fucking hate the way they pick their toes and shit. It's just like it'll drive you crazy. So it's I would be just remember to be nice and enjoy your life, man.
Got a little answer here about the dialysis. My grandmother just started. It gets rid of toxins in your body that your kidneys are supposed to. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dialysis cleans your blood, kind of an external kidney sort of thing.
Okay.
Purifying blood.
Whew. I hope that helps. Christ Almighty.
I know Soros asked, did you guys quit jobs as bank managers for this show? Oh God, also my Nightbot is giving the donation incentives for Jackanese, which is not happening for this one. So please do not donate $25. We will not be taking shots at 12:30 in the afternoon.
We're just here to talk, man. This one's on the house.
The flu. My dad had heart surgery recently, and we've had a better relationship since the surgery than we had before. What else do we have? I had the flu a few weeks ago, but still went to work, though, through it, because I've got to take care of my animals and don't trust my dipshit coworkers. It fucking sucked. but I didn't have a fever and no one else got sick. You know, I've gone to work sick so many fucking times.
Oh
I
my
can't
God,
even tell you.
so
I can't
many
even fucking
times.
tell you. Brighter side of going out for the second time Friday with a friend I've known for about 6 years, and I'm now growing feelings for, but I'm having a hard time determining if she is feeling the same way, and it's driving me crazy.
Oh, that's
Ed?
tough, man. That's tough because that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially when you haven't been with somebody for a while, or or like, and then you're like, oh, this person, I love this person. They mean the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a situation in, I want to say in college, where I like fell head over heels for one of my friends, and it was it was really cool at first, but then it just ended up being kind of a disaster. And like some of my, because we had a big crew of friends, and so it was weird going around, all the time, and like people would invite me and not her, or they invite her and not me, and luckily we both got over it and it was cool, and we're still friends to this day. Shit, I fucking married him. But it's just like, but back then, like it was for a second, and it almost killed our relationship. So you got to be like 4,000% correct on this thing, or you could really mess up something that's way more important.
Oof.
And she turned out to be gay, so. What do you think, Holden?
I think that I was having a hard time paying attention because I had to fix Nightbot. But I will say this.
Dating one of your friends.
Yeah, it's
You've
like...
never done it, I don't think. You, like, when I first met you, like, you almost did it, and then you didn't do it.
Well, there was other Lexi. That was kind of like that.
Oh, yeah. But
that was like a big shitty nightmare.
See,
and it didn't end well.
I
and it
didn't know you
go
without
well.
her.
Oh, well, before that, I was like perpetually in the friend zone. It was like this weird kind of like with her, you know? And we were even to the point, this is embarrassing to admit, all right? But I was a fool about love in high school
You
and
were
college.
fresh to fucking
I was
dating.
a fucking complete idiot.
You were
and
20
again,
years
and
old.
this is an embarrassing thing that I've shared many a time, many a time, but I didn't even like kiss a girl till like the end of my freshman year in college. So, and didn't lose the V until like, at least it was the next year, but still like, holy fuck, I was like a late bloomer, I guess, with all this shit, and just a fool about love. And this is a great example of it. I mean, we were sleeping in the same bed. She like moved in with me. Yeah. And we weren't like, we were friends. It was crazy.
That is
like
crazy.
It was a bad situation. It was a bad scene. And we ended up getting together finally, and even that was, it was bad. It went bad, obviously.
She had that horrible cat.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Calvin.
That was such a bad cat.
Again,
I remember
my track record with pets, dude.
I kept trying to like let that cat like run away.
That cat was so bad. I've never hated an
I literally
animal.
tossed it outside a couple times.
I've never hated an animal. Like Ariel was like eye rolly and annoying. Yeah. Like, but and like
this
whatever.
Cat just
this
attacked
cat was
you and
evil.
just tore up the house.
This cat was just evil. Yeah. My favorite thing the cat would do is run outside. I mean, and this is the thing that cats do. So it's not like this cat's unique for this, but it ran outside and would grab the biggest cockroach it could find, and there were huge ones in Florida.
Yeah.
In Tallahassee, especially.
And
he would
place,
bring it in.
Tree growing through your deck.
Yeah, he would bring it in and then just let it wouldn't kill it, just let it run around in my apartment and catch it over and over again in front of me. And it just made me insane. Gross. It was so gross. But that wasn't the worst thing the cat did. The cat would actually hurt anyone who walked into the apartment. The cat was mean. It must have come from some kind of horrible situation. Brighter side of going out. Oh, I already read that one. So anyways, with this friend zone situation, I would say just keep dating other people. Get out. Don't focus your sights on this person, I think.
But at the same time, don't disconnect yourself from them. Make sure you're still hanging out because you guys like each other. Just whether or not it's in that way. Because it'll hurt, if you throw it out there and they say no, it'll take you down just because you care so much about them.
Also, though, you have to be ready for that rejection. I mean, everybody in life must enjoy, or not enjoy, must prepare for rejection, receive rejection, and fucking move on in your life. You have to go through rejection. Every single human being has to do it. Some people more than others. Some people do it for a living. I mean, if you think about what it is to be a stand-up comic or whatever, I mean, those people suffer rejection just kind of over and over again, almost every other night, to the point where you're why would you even do it? It's so insane, but it's important. And I feel that those people kind of walk out with a thicker skin than some others who, just kind of never really put themselves out there. So I would say, you know what? If it's driving you crazy, without being a psycho about it, or without like coming off like needy or over the top, just fucking throw it out there. Just find out what just be like, what's going on? Because you know what it is? It's this is the approach. I respect our relationship too much to like kind of frivolously be going about whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
So like, I just want to just know where you stand with this. You know?
Yeah.
And maybe they won't know. And at the end of the day, you'll have to accept that, you know?
Yeah, and you just tell them. I mean, being straight up, I think, is great advice, Holden, because you just go and you just throw it out. And you do it in the coolest possible way with no stakes.
Don't be like,
listen, it's like, should I just tell these feelings to go fuck? You tell me now. And then you do it. And then you fucking, if they say make those feelings go fuck, you bury them deep, deep down inside you.
Exactly. There's a few, just to make you feel better, there's a few less podcast episodes, Ed, where you can hear Henry eating in the mic, and his smacking drives me insane. So there are other people who do it.
That's eating. You know, he almost does that on purpose to piss you off.
Let's see. McMahon, my ex used to try to do that over and over again, man. I never did the sit down and split or have a break myself, but it's very manipulative. Okay, that was talking about taking the break. And Tommy, about those kinds of arguments with in a relationship, I recommend the 10-10-10 for relationship issues. I like this. I need to keep this in mind myself. Is this shit gonna matter in 10 minutes, 10 days, 10 years?
Oh,
helps you put things in perspective. I think that's actually pretty great.
Wow.
I like that
10
a lot.
days to years is a big jump.
I think we have a anonymous one because it was sent via PM, and I'm going to learn my lesson this time and not say the person's username.
Did you do that last time?
Yeah, I think I did. And they were like, well, that was trying to be anonymous, but, you know, I mean, it would help if they said, you know, can we make this anonymous? But
if you said they sent a direct message.
Yeah, if it's in a direct message.
That means it's anonymous.
All right. So before I moved, I worked at a restaurant where I fell for a girl that had a boyfriend. They broke up, and things looked like they were heading to me asking her out. Unfortunately, she got pregnant.
Oh!
And those ambitions ended. I confessed my feelings to her after work when we were talking, and she seemed like those feelings were reciprocated. The guy she seemed like, the guy the keyword, right?
Yeah.
Keywords. The guy she's with.
She didn't run away screaming.
She didn't run away screaming, but she seemed like means like, okay, so she's being vague. That means probably. The guy she's with is emotionally abusive, and I know for a fact that we could be happy together. I want to get over her, but I will really feel like we could have made each other very happy. I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now. You don't know whether or not you could be happy with her until you're like months down the road in a relationship. And that's the one fact you need to get set in your head, okay?
Yeah.
She's damn near everything I've looked for in a woman, and I think I want to wait and see what happens eventually. I would have no problem being with her and her child. We flirted on a constant basis.
Well,
That's cool.
flirting on a constant basis. You know, I flirt with the lady at the fucking post office on a constant basis.
Ooh la la.
Old ladies. I love flirting with old ladies. They love it too. It really makes their day.
That's right. I like to enter the post office as my alter ego, Dr. Grabsies.
Oh, well, that's gonna
with the big
get
hands
you in trouble.
over those finger extensions. You know, I'm like, I'm Doc. They're really happy that they are behind glass when that happens. But as what was I going to say about this? I was going to say about that. You really don't know whether or not that relationship would work out or not. It sounds like no matter what, you would be entering it with a bunch of drama.
Yeah, heavy shit going on.
So, I mean, okay, I will say this. If this doesn't work out, you were avoiding a piss load of drama.
Yeah.
All right? Like it's so much. And, you know, even the last relationship that I know of in my head that started with a lot of drama that I thought was going to work out recently ended.
Yeah.
So I really truly believe that any relationship that begins with just a shitload of complicated bullshit, it's really hard for those to last. Like, it really is difficult. And I know that you think and you know in your soul that it would work out with this woman, but, you know, that partly might just be because you just really want to be in something, you know, and you're trying to make it manifest no matter what. That could be wrong. The brighter side is, though, is what I'm going to say is avoid drama at all costs.
I will say that you threw it out there, and that's fucking cool as hell, you know? And so now the only thing you can do now is just be a good person. because it's out there. It's her move. Like all you could do is sit back and wait and just be nice. And then like occasionally, just be like, you want to catch a bite or something, but like don't ever put too much pressure on it because the info's out there. She fucking knows. And so I think that's I think that's really cool. Oh, it's a she because she has a baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think you're on the right track. It's a long game sometimes. I remember I like one of my great relationships. I threw it out there, and then like 2 years later, we had a wonderful thing.
That's
so
right.
That's just kind of what happens. You just throw it out there, be cool, and and don't stop thinking about other people either. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
I gotta tell you, man, if you're single, like, do never set your sights on one person, even if it looks like it's about to be a done deal. Because you know what I've learned from especially from show business and definitely from relationships, it's not done till a contract is fucking signed.
Yeah.
Until you have a confirmation that you are sort of in a relationship in some sort of way, and don't do that shit on Facebook. All right.
Yeah.
This is a rule I've lived by, you fuckers. After especially that really dramatic off relationship I've probably brought up before because it's like I always commiserate with people's crazy relationships.
Yeah, because it's the only thing you could think of.
And she would use our Facebook relation status as a manipulation device. And ever since then, because remember like back when people used to write "it's complicated"? I don't think people even do that anymore, or I don't even know if people like.
It's an option. It's a mean thing.
It's mean to be in a relationship on Facebook and then get into a fight with your girlfriend or significant other or whatever, and then see that they changed it to "it's complicated." It's mean and it's lame.
Yeah, because
you're
you're
lame.
basically saying if someone cool enough comes around, I'll fuck them.
Yeah, it's like real. Oh no, it's also just supposed to say like you made things complicated with me. Now we're complicated. We're not in a relationship. It's so so stupid. So
yeah.
Anyways, I even though Alexa's not even engaged on Facebook. I don't even think we are. Brighter side, having to watch another goddamn Patriots Super Bowl. Ed?
I mean, well, it's nothing's better than watching those cocksuckers lose.
Are you okay with the Eagles? Aren't the Eagles also sort of reviled?
I mean, yeah, they got awful fans, but they've never won.
Oh, okay. So we'll be rooting for them.
The Eagles have never won.
And Philly, I just want to see Philly explode.
Yeah, I mean,
afterwards.
There's actually people smiling in Philadelphia today,
which is incredible.
Which is crazy. And I usually hate the Eagles with all of my heart, just because they're just kind of like I don't dig their organization or whatever, and their fans are crazy. But my best friend growing up, Corey Braslow, his dad, Norm Braslow, is one of the greatest men I've ever known. And that fucking guy has been an Eagles fan for 60 years or however long they've been a team, and he deserves a goddamn Super Bowl.
Have they been to the Super Bowl in that time?
I think they've been once with Donovan McNabb, and they lost.
Do you think they will beat the Patriots?
Yeah, what?
Do you think that they will beat the Patriots?
I mean, they can. The Dolphins beat the fucking Patriots. The Patriots are a very vulnerable team. They can go down at any point, and this could be the last year that they're good. Tom Brady's getting old. Bill Belichick's a cocksucker, and everyone's screaming about it. Their two best coaches are leaving the team. This could be the end of the Patriots.
Tommy says, yeah, actually, yeah, that's the brighter side. If the Eagles win, their fans will tear that godforsaken city apart.
We already know they can't have a bell.
My two best friends moved to the other side of the world, trying to get closer to current friends and new friends, but everyone's so PC. Sorry, I hate that word and what it's become. Yeah. I have to constantly stifle my personality and sense of humor, even though I'm just as staunchly liberal as them. They're always talking about politics and injustice, and I want to joke around. I wish everyone understood the concept of Jackie's toilet flush.
I'm deep into this political shit myself, but I'm able to still be friends with Jackie and Holden. And so, it's they got to bend and you got to bend,
Yeah.
I would learn a little bit, and then I would also ask them, be like, hey, let's fucking joke around about some bullshit, because keeping your head in what's going on in the world right now is just going to make you a sad person, because it's fucked up right now and everyone hates each other because of it, and it's like, so if you could just talk to them about being a little cooler about how you feel and how you want to joke around, I think that's a great idea.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, times are changing. You got to be a little more PC.
Yeah, I wrestle with this on a constant basis because I don't like. It really has made me not understand like my own comedy anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or have a deep confusion about what I even think is funny anymore or whatever, because it used to be so much about pushing the limit and seeing how far we could take things. And, and I still believe in that in a way in my heart, but it's like, what's the right approach on that? At the same time, I think you could maybe look for some, if they're like people who are being way over offended, I think the part that throws me off is like, they're always trying to talk about politics and injustice. And it's like, if that's some shit that you don't want to talk about, good for them. If they want to talk about that, if that's what interests them, that's what interests them. But it's like, at the end of the day, aren't friends about common interests. So maybe if that's shit you don't like to talk about, then don't, find other people to hang out. It might not even. And
also, you just deal with it too. I'm sorry not to be a dick about it, but like when Holden talks about video games for 2 hours, I listen to his ass because I love him. It's just like
When do I do that? When do I talk to you, Ed, about video games?
Dude, you really just talk to me about video games a lot. Just like, and you're like talking to me like I have any idea what you're talking about. You have any but you know what else am I gonna do? Go hang out with someone else?
Exactly. And dude, honestly, I'll tell you what. Like, look. Finding people with common interests can be the best thing that happened to you. My needing to find some people to talk about video games with led to this, essentially. Like, doing the stream, doing Wizard and the Bruiser. So, it's good. But, yeah, exactly. Like, keep the old friends. You don't have to throw them away.
Yeah, because they're good for you.
Yeah, and then maybe also find some new ones that you can say dirty shit with. You know?
There is no limit to the friends you can have.
Yeah, I'll tell you where, if you really want to find friends that are cool with saying dirty shit, befriend some comics, because honestly, nothing's off limits. Like, even if it does offend them, like they're
they kind of get it. They kind of just throwing it out there.
Yeah, everyone's going to be kind of cool about it.
Yeah, go hang out at open mic. You might be. There's at least going to be one person worth talking to.
That'd be so funny, the idea of someone going to an open mic, not to get up on stage, but literally just to meet people that they can tell dirty jokes to at like 3 a.m.
Well, it'd be a good way. They're like almost interviewing with you one at a time.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh no, that person's a dickhead. I kind of am in the line with that one,
Way Back Machine says, hey, I had a misunderstanding with a friend on a trip, and now he seems not to trust me. Any advice on rebuilding that foundation of trust so we can go on adventures again? Way Back Machine, we've been fucking over this. You're evil, and we fucking revealed that on an episode, all right? So we don't need to go into that, okay? Ignore that one. There's no brighter side to that.
Way Back Machine's wrong.
Way Back Machine is fucking evil. Actually, okay, yeah, I already read that. I work with... Oh, okay. I'm trans and I work in the facilities maintenance field. It can be funny watching people try to not offend me, even though I won't be offended. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ed. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I wish my friends could have y'all's sense of humor, and I feel the same way as you, Holden. It's hard to find the balance, exactly. Because honestly, I need to be around people who have a different perspective. To be honest with you, I had a choice between, going to like a straight-up arts college or Florida State. And I went with Florida State because there I could... really be around like a wide range of society and not just be only around arts people, which I feel like bubbles you up and completely taints your point of view, which is kind of why I'm annoyed with the Facebook algorithms these days, because I just feel like they only show you what they think you want to see as opposed to an actual, litmus test of the world around us and like what the full scope of opinions are.
You're gonna see what you want to see, because whenever someone says something that pisses me off, I just block them.
It depends. Not necessarily for me. It was kind of funny. I unfollowed somebody recently and it popped up with all my previous unfollows. Pretty interesting walk down memory lane of unfollows.
I'm pretty loosey-goosey with it these days. If someone's like put a GIF that reminds me of you, unfollow.
Yeah,
it's a really easy one for me. So if you're doing that and it pops up in my feed, I don't follow.
That is such a weird one for me when it's like, I get you on that one. But I don't unfollow them. I'm just like, all right. Noted. Oh, brighter side of breaking your shoulder.
Know your limits. You know, now you understand like where you can and how far you can go, and not until your shoulder breaks.
There you go. There you go.
I love this thing that Dex said. I'm trans and I work in a facilities maintenance field.
I already read that one.
Which I know, but I wanted to talk about it.
Sure.
You just read it. We didn't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
it
know-
sounded like he was already found the brighter. She already found the brighter side. Sorry, Dex. I just
Yeah.
ruined the first.
But this is exactly what Dex is talking about.
Exactly.
You know, and it can be funny watching people try not to offend me, even though I won't be offended. And it's really cool, though, that they are trying.
Yeah,
You know, that
people are trying.
They are trying. They're not being dicks. They're not laughing about it.
No.
It's like they're literally trying
I'm
to
making
like,
a
be
legitimate effort to adapt. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, and that's I think especially in the facilities maintenance field, which I did for
Yeah.
a while. That's some backwards thinking fuckers.
Yeah, seriously.
You know, and so I think that's
Ugh.
super cool.
I was with like being in a hotel, like a fancy hotel, mind you, like the catering
Mm-hmm.
people at a hotel, they are pretty racist and
man.
pretty asoxast.
You know, because I remember when I learned I learned one of my bosses was racist because we were like just joking around. We had like a joke about black people, and I just said a little joke, and then they said a little joke, and then they dropped the N-word, and I was like, oh. I thought this was just like a fun thing. You're racist. Like, I thought we were just joking about how people are late, you know, like a
Right.
stupid joke. And like, it's like, oh no, you're just full on,
Like, straight
don't
up.
like them.
How do you react? How did you react?
I did that.
Honestly.
I did that. I was
Oh,
just
really?
like, I was like, yeah, I don't feel that like that.
Right.
Like I was like joking, you know, like this.
It's been a long time for me that I've been in a situation like that, and I'd like to think that I'd react better, but I feel like, to be honest with you, in the past I've been just like and just kind of like moved on and didn't say anything, and I feel kind of ashamed about that behavior in myself.
I mean, at the same time,
because I just know I'm not gonna be able to change that fucking idiot's mind.
you
in a
changed
brief
someone's
interaction.
mind. You have a story about that, where you changed
one?
someone's mind about gay people backstage in college.
Did I?
Yeah, like somebody
Oh.
was saying some shit, and then you like sat them down, and like they were saying, oh, like it was like a mental. It was they make a choice, and you like taught them that it's not a choice. I remember you telling me this story.
Jesus, I don't remember this story.
Yeah,
you sure
no,
it was me?
Yeah, I'm sure it was
Okay.
you because it inspired me to do the same thing one time. I was working with some fucking douchebag at a restaurant, and he started telling me how he doesn't think gay people should be able to adopt people. And I just remember looking at him, I was like, why not? I was like, because personally, my two gay friends, they're the best moms anyone could ever have. Like, it's just, the kid's fucking so lucky that that she has two wonderful moms. And I'm just like, I was just like, well, what are you talking about? It's just like gay people, they want the child. They want
Right.
to take care of it. She's like, what if they try and make them gay? I was like, they're not going to try and make them gay. If their little boy brings home a girl, they're going to think it's the cutest thing they ever fucking saw. I was like, oh, great, I'll go on a stretch here. Do you know your dad? And he was just like, nah. Then I just raised my hands like this. And I was like, give him a chance.
Right.
I was like, how many straight men or women do you know are awful parents and shouldn't be allowed around children?
Right.
It's just like, let the fucking people have a shot. And then I totally flipped him, and it was wonderful.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's
it was
an amazing
yeah,
story.
Yeah, it was great. It was right
inspiring.
right in the middle of the Philly cheesesteak restaurant. 9 miles to Philly closed down. R.I.P. man.
I want to eat there right now, man.
It's so good.
Why
I
did
miss it
close?
already.
Is that just the whole area? Is
It's just too expensive. I mean, like they could have stayed open, but who's gonna buy a fucking $20 cheesesteak?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's so fucking sad.
Actually, those people probably would have lived down in fucking
it broke my heart. Greatest
the
cheesesteak.
East Village, which as if that used to be not anything.
Brighter
but-
side of that, man. It's not the same place anymore. Walking around, I remember we were doing a show there. This is like a year and a half ago. I was putting up posters in 2 places. I was going to put a poster up. Said I'd let you put a poster up, but we're closing down next week.
Jesus.
You know, and it's like so it's like worthless to you to put the
Everything's
poster
changing.
up. It's fucking crazy. It's horrible the way people have to do that.
We're probably going to be wrapping up soon here, but we've got a couple more questions left. And if you have any you wanted to get in, now's the time. Is there a brighter side of being single? I'm single for the first time in years, and I am really struggling with loneliness, says James.
Yeah, no, that'll happen.
Yeah, the
I mean,
brighter side is fucking getting your ass cool with yourself.
Yeah,
and that's,
no.
I mean, that's the idea is that hopefully you get to the point where you can actually not need anybody else.
Yeah, and once you get to that point, that to me, that's when you really figure it out. That's when you really
yeah.
like. That's like once you are comfortable with you, that's when you're truly gonna find somebody great because they're gonna be like, "Whoa, that person's like totally fucking cool with themselves. I want to get in on that."
Yeah,
and that's
the
what
thing.
happened to me. I went single for years, and then it just like, and I learned so much about myself and what I want to do, and I really like made some really big strides in my life, and I was able to get a fucking wonderful, beautiful woman.
You're going to struggle with loneliness, you know, and this is the same thing. This was what kind of a mind-blowing thing for me when I was quitting smoking. I'm going to like connect the two. Like you've got to be open to your loneliness and you've got to accept your loneliness. And I remember when I was quitting smoking, I read this book. I always tell people to read if they're trying to quit smoking. It's called The Easy Way to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr. But either way, one of the things that really helped me out a lot was, you know, he said, when you're quitting smoking, you're gonna like obsess over it and think about it all the time. Just let yourself do that. And don't try to like stop yourself from thinking about it because it's not going to work. Like you need to just be okay with the fact it's literally a thing you did every single day. And in your case, being with someone was something you did every single day. So you're going to fucking think about it. You're going to be thinking about them. You're going to think about your loneliness. But it's if you can just be okay with that and just know it's going to happen and just feel it and just let yourself feel these things. Don't deny these things by like drinking or like, you know, whatever, or just pretending like they don't exist like I see people do. But really just open yourself up to those things. First of all, like sad music rules and like listen to a lot of it.
It's a feeling. Don't ignore the feeling.
Feelings are like, you know, amazing, like to have. Dynamic feelings are amazing. And these feelings that you're having are actually more interesting. And some of the things that are coming into your brain right now are more interesting than when you were in your sort of like relationship and just going through the motions, you know? So this is like one of the most fascinating times in your life. So fucking feel it and go for it and you know, be open to it. And the moment you're kind of cool sitting in it, then you'll probably you know, find that confidence and be able to like move past it. You have to process this stuff though.
Yeah.
My mom made a half-breed comment a while back. My kids are mixed. Proud that I called her out. Very stupid thing to say. Fuck yeah, man.
Especially when it involves your fucking kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's not allowed. And I'll give this tip to everyone out there. Once you get a certain age, I want to call it, I'll just throw a number out there, even though it's hard to. 27, you can start making rules with your parents.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not especially if you're not taking fucking money from them. You know, like it's just like you start making those rules and lay down those shit and just be like, no, you don't get to do this anymore. You know, I'm like, you want me to come around? This is like you got to throw it down on them. You know, like, and I remember a lot of times I had to do that with my mom, and it works. You know, and as it got to a point, I was like 32, and I was like, listen, Mom, I'm going to smoke weed. You know, like, I've been smoking weed since I was 16.
Right.
Here's a reveal for you. Do you love me? I'm not a bad person, right? I'm going to go get high. You know?
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, man.
What was it? Final Fantasy 9 later today. Ask Shiny Tentacruel. No, probably not. I'm doing the crafting stream with Carly at 4, and then we're going to play scary games later that night. But the brighter side is I'll probably be playing it all day on Thursday. So come back on Thursday if that's what you want. Can I get a good luck ho for surgery next week? Ho! Can't wait to get back to the brighter side after. Hell yes, Sloth Farah 2. We believe in you. You're going to get through this. I just let video games take over, helped me deal with all my problems. What am I? Scarlett here says, rad shirt Ed. Ed's wearing his digital Dolphins helmet shirt. My boyfriend really wants a pit bull, but I'm highly allergic and don't want to take medication. He doesn't give me a hard time about it, but I know deep down it's something that he really wants.
Well, I'll tell you what about this, because I'm always working on the dog thing myself, and I remember my dad was highly allergic to dogs, and me and my mom needed a dog. Like, we needed to have a fucking dog.
Right.
And so we found a dog, because there are dogs that don't have hair that it's like human hair, so you won't be allergic to it. There's a couple of like a Bichon Frise, and it's like the opposite kind of fucking dog than a pit bull. It's a complete opposite dog, but I tell you what, they'll love it. After a while, like at first they'll be like, this stupid little dog, I wanted a pit bull I could punch, you know, and shit, you know, but it's like, you know, the saying that don't punch your dogs. I was just like, you know, you wrestle, but you know, they'll love it. So go get a cooler little dog with fucking with different, or get one of them big ass poodles. They snap a little bit, but they got the right hair where you don't get sick. And my cousin has one because it's a really big friendly dog. It's so nice. They let it run all around. It's like 14 years old. It's living forever. So get it like a big ass poodle, and like they're really cool.
Broseph Brolin says, Holden, please do Twin Peaks at some point on Wiz and the Bruiser. Well, the brighter side of that is somebody already donated on Patreon to make that happen, so it's definitely going to happen. It has to happen.
Yeah. Have you seen all of it?
That's the other problem, though. I really feel like to do the show justice, I have to fucking watch. I have not seen all of it, and there's so much I haven't seen. So I've seen a lot of it, but I have not seen all of it. I think he wants the pit bull because it reminds him of a sweet one he had as a child, not as a macho thing, but I could totally see him loving a floofy poodle.
Of course. And for the record, Eleanor, I love the name Eleanor. It's a great name, so you're very lucky.
All right. I think we're going to call it there, right, Ed?
Fuck it. Let's call it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the brighter side. We'll take you out with the theme and maybe a little comment after that.
Yeah.
I'll be back at 4 p.m. I got some errands to run and things to do until then. But Carly's coming over. We're going to do some block printing, whatever that is, for a couple hours, and then take a little break. But then we'll be back tonight.
Badass. Also, I want to throw this out there. We couldn't find it. I wanted to play Danny Bedrosian's song off of his new album. We don't need to rehearse this song anymore. Go check out Danny Bedrosian. He's the keyboard player for P-Funk. He puts out all kinds of crazy music himself. He's Armenian, so it's got some of it has like a Mid-Eastern flair to it. It's really fucking cool. We don't need to rehearse this song anymore is the name of it. Go find it. It's on Spotify or Rhapsody, Napster, whatever the fuck you listen to. But that's it, man. Get out there and fucking get into the tunes, man. And it's Oscar season. Go check out some cool movies.
Oh, the nominations are coming out tomorrow, Ed.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon on another episode of The Brighter Side.
Peace out.
That's okay, now I got nothing. On the right side, gotta keep on the right side.
Mike Bravo 419, we got a 1088 vehicle heading south on Highway 65, a white Datsun pickup. Subject is armed white male, no shirt, blue jeans. Requesting backup, suspect is on the run. Repeat, the suspect is on the run.
Saw my friend old Jimmy working out at the morgue. I said, hey, old Jimmy, what you crying for? Said a little girl died, she was gonna be my bride. Now I can't get her out of my mind. I said, hey, old Jimmy, don't you cry no more. Saw my friend old Jimmy sitting at the jail all day. I said, hey, old Jimmy, why'd they take you away? He said, I think I left my bride, the little girl that died, trying to be with her one last time. I said, hey, old Jimmy, you can't go messing with Grace. Saw my friend old Jimmy covered at his toe in blood. I said, hey, old Jimmy, what's going on there, bud? He said, I stole the sheriff's gun and now I'm on the run, blowing everybody to Kingdom Come. I said, hey, old Jimmy. Hey, old Jimmy. Hey,
Jimmy.